In national news, more information about the whistleblower report on President Donald Trump are expected to emerge today. Now, it may be released soon, and one man familiar with it is scheduled to testify in front of Congress. Lauren Fox has details.
No push, no pressure, no nothing. It's all a hoax, folks. It's all a big hoax.
A defiant President Trump now playing defense.
I fully support transparency on the so-called whistleblower information, even though it was supposedly secondhand information, which is sort of interesting.
As members of the House Intelligence Committee had their first look at the whistleblower complaint, which raised concerns about the president's conduct in calls with foreign leaders. CNN has learned that complaint was declassified overnight and could be released this morning.
I describe it as explosive and jaw-dropping. I could not believe what I was reading.
In just hours, Acting Director of National Intelligence Joseph Maguire will testify in front of the House Intelligence Committee about the complaint. Chairman Adam Schiff says the document helps provide his committee with a blueprint to begin their investigation.
I think that what this courageous individual has done has exposed serious wrongdoing, and I think it's a travesty that this complaint was withheld as long as it was, because it was an urgent matter.
According to a Justice Department memo, the Intelligence Community Inspector General said the person had some indicia, an arguable political bias. A source who read the complaint tells the Washington Post the document alleges officials moved the records of some of Trump's communications with foreign officials into a separate computer network from where they are normally stored. The whistleblower says officials did just that with the president's July 25th phone call with the Ukrainian president, according to the Post.
What is important here is that the complaint, laid out in a very professional way, gives us further evidence to seek, other witnesses to find, and documents, as well as witnesses who would corroborate what he or she is complaining is an urgent and credible concern.
Trump allies downplaying the threat.
It's been nearly 3 years of this Russia hoax. Now it's transformed into the Ukrainian hoax.
Senator Ben Sasse sending a warning to his party, writing, Republicans ought not be rushing to circle the wagons and say there's no there when there's obviously a lot that's very troubling. This coming after a rough transcript of the president's July call with the Ukrainian leader was released, showing he urged Vladimir Zelensky to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden and his son. Trump asking Zelensky, I would like you to do us a favor, before getting into more detail, saying, quote, there's a lot of talk about Biden's son, that Biden stopped the prosecution, and a lot of people want to find out about that. So whatever you can do with the attorney general would be great. President Trump also requesting that Zelensky work with his personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. When pressed on why Giuliani was involved with government affairs, Trump refusing to answer.
You'd have to ask Rudy. I will tell you this, that Rudy's looking to also find out where the phony witch hunt started.
Trump also called Zelensky just hours after his victory in April. The New York Times reports that Mr. Trump, quote, urged the Ukrainian leader to coordinate with Mr. Giuliani and to pursue investigations of corruption, according to people familiar with the April call. A spokesman for Trump declined to respond to the Times questions about the call Wednesday night.
Rudy Giuliani seems to be completely out of control and unhinged if he's representing the United States of America in these negotiations with either the Ukrainians or anyone else.
Well, the Department of Justice and FBI were briefed on Trump's call with the Ukrainian president 3 times in the past month. Now, prosecutors decided against launching a campaign finance investigation.